we're out here kind of in the middle of the woods with Dr. John Long, but we just happened upon something interesting that he spotted up in a tree, and why don't you tell us about that's not just a mess of leaves up there, right?
That's right, although it looks like it.
It does kind of, yeah.
I've always thought that. It's actually a squirrel nest.
That's what I thought, yeah.
And if you're in the woods any length of time, you're gonna see one, or several.
Oh, right.
In fact, you have one here and then one over there.
Oh, yeah, okay, I didn't see that one back there.
And I was talking to somebody the other day, and I was like, have you ever seen a squirrel build one? And he's a biologist, and he said he hadn't.
Really?
And
okay.
one of the reasons behind that is they do it when the leaves are on a tree. So
that's true. And
they're right.
Kind of camouflaged.
They
up
are
there.
camouflaged, and you really don't notice them this time of year or
right.
fall
Yeah.
when they're exposed. Squirrels making a nest just like any other, like a bird would. They start by weaving a base to it.
Okay.
And then they just start gathering other materials, obviously leaves being one of them.
Yeah.
And they just keep building. And of course, they vary in size, I guess.
How big the squirrel family is.
how big they want to make it,
right.
I guess. But like I said, as they build the nest, they just use different things. They even find, like birds again, find man-made materials, and they'll put them up in there. I say
you'll see something like maybe string, or every now and then you'll see a little piece of twine or rope or something up in there.
Exactly.
Also, I guess it depends on what kind of trees are available to them. Right. But every time, like if you're near, say, moss, like Spanish moss or something, you'll sometimes see that wrapped up in there.
Put them up there. Obviously, they find a good fork in a tree to stabilize it. It's a really cool thing that squirrels mostly use these in the summer and warmer months.
Okay.
And then they'll use den trees, any type of hollow tree in the winter time. But they will be in the winter in these nests, cooler months.
As I was thinking about it, a lot of times you'll see them in a little knot hole or something, kind of up in usually kind of up near a fork or something in a tree.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the lucky ones. So sometimes they do have
I guess
to stay
that's where now with these nests, would they store their nuts for the winter in there, or would they store that in the crook in the tree?
I've really noticed the more of the nuts being in the den trees.
Okay.
These being during the warmer months, they do use them, but as far as food's concerned, I think that's, you always heard of one hiding the nut or anything like that. Normally that's where I've seen them. Another thing is sometimes they'll build them close together, just like these. Yeah. Where they can get away from predators. So they'll actually use them as kind of like a shelter,
safe house,
a safe house where they move from one to another to get away.
And
from
a lot of times it will be in like this tree particularly is kind of a skinny tree.
Right.
It would be hard for, say, maybe a raccoon might be able to get up there, but anything bigger than that would have a hard time getting up there to get to them, and so without risk falling down or something.
That's right. But they'll huddle in there together and try to stay warm, and but that's a really cool little creation that nature has that provides shelter, for the little ones. And but you will find them again more active during that time, but I have seen, and as I was telling you, I have seen a raccoon in one of them.
Oh, so
there are other uses for it from other animals, I guess. But
when they vacate the nest.
Vacate the nest, that's right. So somebody else gets the use of it. So.
That's when they go to the alternate one, I guess.
That's right. It might be surprised to who's in their house, I guess. But really cool things.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to see when you're just driving down the road.
That's right.